Good evening. Coming up tonight.
Student government campaigning is now in full swing here on campus.
Plus, more affordable housing options may be coming to Columbia here soon.
And later, Spencer Ball fills us in on what happened at the Super Bowl last night.
But first, Nicole Smith is in the studio here with us now. Nicole, what weather can we expect to see this weekend?
We can be expecting to see some dry and sunny weather coming up. I'll have the weather forecast for this week and more for you tonight on SGTV Student News at 7.
Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio.
This is Student News at 7.
Good evening, Carolina. I'm Tyler Perrone.
And I'm Violet Raftery. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Student government campaigning has officially begun following the official candidates meeting this past Thursday. This meeting kicked off the soft campaigning season, with all candidates officially announcing their platforms. Riley Arford and Emmy Thompson are the two candidates for Student Body President. Aubriana Reeves is the only candidate for Student Body Vice President, running on the ticket with Thompson. Cameron Eubanks and Jordan Velez are the candidates for Speaker of this Student Senate. Brandon Badinsky and Hannah Augsbach-Lama are both running for Treasurer. The Treasurer position is returning to the ballot after it was removed in 2022. The Treasurer will once again oversee the internal finances for student government. More information about all the 2023 student government candidates can be found on our YouTube channel, SGTV at USC, and at dailygamecock.com. The executive candidate debate will be held this Wednesday at 7 p.m. in the Russell House Ballroom. This debate will be live streamed by SGTV, and the stream can be found on our YouTube page. After this debate, the hard campaigning period for candidates will begin. Students can cast their ballots for all positions starting February 21st.
And new affordable housing could be on the way to the city of Columbia. This past Thursday, Columbia's Community Development Committee discussed that the vacant lots throughout the city could be turned into affordable housing. The plan is through a city loan program based on credit score and income. It has not yet passed, but if it were to, there will be certain measurements to get one of the homes. Requirements for the housing are a maximum income of residents in the home and minimum credit score of 640. The city is working to make sure new affordable housing can be built and come to the city of Columbia.
USC's Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion added 18 new bricks to the horseshoe this past Friday, commemorating Black women who left a legacy here at the university. The ceremony honored the 20 women interviewed for the USC student-made film, The Backbone, which is about Black women's history at the university. The Backbone was premiered in USC's Gambrell Hall in March 2022. The film documents the history of Black women at the university, from the time of desegregation in 1963 up until the modern day. Lyric Swinton, the production and distribution manager for The Backbone, said, quote, "We want to demonstrate the positive contributions of Black women and do it in a permanent way," end quote. During the ceremony, Swinton said that she hopes this ceremony will inspire the university to move forward in inclusive efforts, and that these bricks are, quote, "the bare minimum," end quote. Swinton continued in her remarks about the ceremony, saying, quote, "This is a step in the right direction, but this is only the beginning," end quote. The bricks can be found at the bottom of the horseshoe on a crosspath near Lieber College.
A man broke into Edisto High School earlier today, leaving with $50. He entered the school, causing over $300 in damages to windows, and the man has not been found or identified by police. If you have any information, please contact the Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office at 803-534-3550. This is awful. I hope they can repair the damages as well as catch the guy, just so everything can return to normal for that school.
Yeah, that's absolutely terrible. I hope that all parents and children of Edisto High School are okay. Coming up after the break, the latest in Gamecock sports. Stay close.
SGTV News 4 sports reporter Spencer Ball has the scoop. What have you got for us, Spencer?
Millions of Americans tuned in to Super Bowl 57 last night to watch the Chiefs barely beat out the Eagles with a 38-35 victory. Kicker Hairspray nailed a 27-yard field goal that left the Eagles only 8 seconds in a dream to try and salvage their shot at a second Super Bowl victory in 5 years. The Eagles couldn't muster a trick play, and the Chiefs would walk away victorious, led by head coach Andy Reid and QB Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes brought home his second Super Bowl MVP after throwing for 3 touchdowns despite re-aggravating his ankle injury. This Super Bowl was definitely one to remember, and both teams will be looking to return to the big game next season. Sunday's action-packed sports slate started with a battle of the last 2 undefeated women's basketball teams in the nation. Third-ranked LSU traveled to Columbia to take on the number 1 ranked Gamecocks. I was at Colonial Life Arena yesterday capturing some of the action. Check it out. Moments ago here at a sold-out Colonial Life Arena, the Gamecocks defeated the LSU Tigers to remain the only undefeated team in the nation with a score of 88-64. Let's check out some of the action. Zia Cook set the tempo right from the tip-off as the Gamecocks would get out to an early 18-2 lead. Aaliyah Boston would take control in the second quarter to solidify the Gamecocks' lead going into halftime. Throughout the entire course of the game, Carolina's defense was stifling, with both Boston and Camila Cardoso finishing the game with 3 blocks each. In the final quarter of play, Cardoso would completely dominate. She had 12 of her team-leading 18 points in the fourth. Two of the most polarizing and successful coaches in women's basketball entered Colonial Life Arena undefeated, but after an 88-64 Gamecock victory, Dawn Staley has the upper hand. For SGTV News 4 Sports, I'm Spencer Ball. The Gamecocks are back in action Thursday as they host the Florida Gators at 7.
Thanks, Spencer. Coming up after the break, News 4 entertainment reporter Rachel Carter will lay down the talk of the town. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Joining me now is entertainment reporter Rachel Carter to fill us in on what's happening in Columbia this weekend. What do you have for us, Rachel?
You Can't Stop the Beat. Broadway's Tony Award-winning musical Hairspray is coming to Columbia this Wednesday. This touring production, under the direction of director Jack O'Brien and choreographer Jerry Mitchell, will feature beloved classics including Welcome to the 60s, Good Morning Baltimore, and You Can't Stop the Beat. Productions will be held at the Koger Center for the Arts on February 15th and 16th and will begin at 7:30 p.m. Tickets range from $50 to $80 depending on seating and can be purchased at KogerCenterForTheArts.com. So I personally love Hairspray, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to scrape up the $50 to buy a ticket to see it, unfortunately.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to go either, but the Koger Center always brings in such great entertainment, and I have to respect them for that.
I love musicals. And so for our more classic fans, the Lake Murray Symphony Orchestra is presenting its performance of A Mediterranean Holiday this Sunday in Lexington. The orchestra is made up of volunteers from the Irmo and Lexington suburbs of Columbia, all well-versed in a variety of classical, light classical, and pops music. Sunday's performance is one of the symphony's 6th annual concerts and will feature Italian overtures from Cherubini and Verdi, as well as French suites from composers Saint-Saëns and Delibes. The performance will be held at 3:30 on February 19th at Lakeside Middle School, and admission is free. So I actually used to play the flute, so I love seeing live performances, orchestras, symphonies, even just small bands. They're amazing to watch.
And this event is free, so open to anyone.
Yes,
no one needs to be
definitely.
scraping together anything.
Exactly. Well, that's all your entertainment news for tonight. Coming up after the break, Nicole Smith will let you know if this cold weather sticks around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Nicole Smith. Here's your look at tonight's forecast. Tonight's temperatures are hitting 37 degrees with those winds going 4 miles per hour and that humidity at 73%. And we will be seeing some clear skies here. Now let's take a look at what tomorrow is going to be looking like here on Valentine's Day. You can see in the morning we're going to have 69 degrees with those sunny skies and a few clouds here and there. And as we go into the afternoon, we're going to still see that sunny sky with a few more clouds. And that evening time, we're going to have 45 degrees with those clear skies and seeing that waning gibbous. Now let's take a look at what the week is going to look like as a whole. As you can see, we're going to be in between the low 50s to the high 70s with that highest here on Thursday, 77 degrees. So it's going to be getting a bit warmer coming here. And then moving into the night, we're going to have the low 30s to the high 60s with that here on Thursday with that highest being 61. And as you can see, we're not going to have as much rain coming on through the week. It's only going to rain here on Friday, and we're going to see that sun peeking on through for the rest of that week. And that's all I have for tonight. After the break, we'll have tonight's edition of Carolina Canines. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
And finally, tonight's Carolina Canine features Mimosa.
Mimosa is a sweet, gentle girl that has had quite a few puppies and is now ready for a quiet life. She's 3 years old, spayed, and up to date on her vaccines.
If you're interested in adopting Mimosa, she's currently up for adoption out of Columbia Animal Services. Check out their website at animalservices.columbiasc.gov. And now Mimosa, you can just tell that she is that sweet, gentle dog. You can see it in her eyes. She looks like such an old soul. She's adorable.
Yes, absolutely. Seems like such a gentle mother. I'm sure that those puppies have a fantastic life.
Yes, and hopefully someone will adopt her so she gets that same opportunity. And that wraps up tonight's edition of Student News at 7.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
And to keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at sgtvonline.com. For SGTV News 4, I'm Violet Raftery.
And I'm Tyler Perrone. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, Carolina. Forever to be.